You ever notice how some men build empires just to slap their names on it? They crave statues, signatures, heirs to carry the throne. But the Sigma male? He builds like a storm, no name, no trace, no need to be remembered, just results. He doesn't crave immortality. He craves impact, real, present, now. He doesn't leave breadcrumbs. He leaves shockwaves. And when the world wonders why he vanished without writing his name in gold, they miss the point. He was never building for applause. He was building because it had to be done. And once it was, he was already becoming someone else. So why doesn't the Sigma male need an heir or an empire? Why does he vanish before the monument even gets built? Here are 10 truths behind the Sigma male's refusal to build a legacy for others and why it makes him unstoppable. 1. He builds for function, not fame. The Sigma male doesn't need a spotlight. He needs momentum. While most men build with plaques in mind, chasing applause and inheritance, the Sigma builds with the precision of a combat engineer, zero waste. No ceremony, only purpose. He creates systems, structures, outcomes not for admiration, but utility. He doesn't care if anyone notices. He cares if it works. His obsession isn't vanity, it's velocity. He doesn't talk about frameworks. He becomes one. His builds aren't pretty. They're powerful. They move things. They shift terrain. And the moment it functions without him, he moves on. He doesn't decorate. He doesn't delay. He designs. When the structure stands, the Sigma is already gone, and what's left keeps moving because he built it that way. 2. He doesn't want followers. He wants freedom. Most men dream of kingdoms. The Sigma dreams of clean exits. Followers? They're just more people to explain yourself to. And if there's one thing a Sigma despises, it's explaining who he is to people who still speak the language of crowds. He's not here to lead you. He's here to lose you if staying means shrinkage. Every follower is another leash. Every admirer, another mirror distorting his path. He doesn't want your worship. He wants his walk. And the moment admiration becomes expectation, he ghosts the room. He inspires without asking to, changes people without trying to, but you'll never get to follow him because by the time you catch on, he's already vanished into the next version of himself. 3. He's not attached to outcomes, only evolution. The world teaches us to cling titles, brands, trophies, names. Sigma males reject all of it. Why? Because outcomes are illusions. They're static photos in a dynamic movie. He builds things not to keep them, but to see who he becomes through them. And once he's done becoming, the thing he built becomes irrelevant. That's why he leaves businesses he created, friendships he outgrew, cities that can no longer contain his ambition. He's not running from the past, he's running toward his next edge. And what makes him truly dangerous? He can detach without damage, walk away without regret, build empires and abandon them because the building was the lesson, not the legacy. 4. He doesn't need a last name to leave an impact. Legacy isn't about who remembers your name. It's about what changes because of you. The Sigma male doesn't need monuments or generational titles. He isn't in this for applause that echoes after death. He doesn't write history. He rewrites reality. Every room he exits carries a shift. Every system he dismantles leaves behind a vacuum for truth to rush in. He changes directions, not discussions. You might never know it was him. You might not have a name to credit, but you'll feel it in the culture that suddenly stops accepting the lies it once swallowed whole. He doesn't need to be honored. He needs to be effective. Proof over praise. Impact over identity. Results over recognition. Because when you're a ghost with gravity, your name is irrelevant. Your presence speaks louder than any legacy. 5. He destroys what no longer serves his growth. To the Sigma, sentimentality is a trap. Most people hold on relationships, brands, homes, habits, even when it rots from the inside. But the Sigma, he knows when to torch it and move. He doesn't flinch, doesn't weep over ruins. If a structure stops feeding his fire, he doesn't renovate it, he raises it. If a partnership grows toxic, he doesn't fix it, he exits without explanation. Because growth doesn't ask for permission. And staying loyal to what no longer serves you isn't noble, it's slow suicide. The Sigma isn't cruel. He's calibrated. And when he leaves the burning wreckage behind, it's not revenge. It's renewal. He builds, he evolves. And when the past becomes a weight, he burns the bridge and watches his shadow disappear into the smoke. 6. He moves on before the world catches on. Most people wait for applause before they pivot. Sigma males leave mid-sentence. Not because they're impulsive, but because they're ahead. They don't wait for permission. They don't wait to trend. They recognize when a chapter is done, and they close the book while everyone's still trying to memorize the last line. By the time the world says he was brilliant, he's already living 2 reinventions deep. People chase moments. Sigma males chase momentum. And momentum doesn't linger. It doesn't accommodate your comfort. He's not here to be understood. He's here to build in silence and vanish before you've named the storm that passed through. 7. He knows legacy is a cage disguised as honor. Legacy sounds noble until it starts making demands. Keep the image clean. Maintain the narrative. Protect the brand. But the Sigma sees the trap. Legacy chains you to who you were, even when who you are is ready to move on. Every empire comes with a burden, every title, a leash. Legacy turns visionaries into mascots, and the Sigma refuses to be anyone's symbol. He doesn't want to be frozen in gold. He wants to be fluid, fireborn, ever becoming. And when others are busy defending their history, he's already writing his next page in blood, sweat, and silence. The only crown he wears is made of ash, and he'll gladly toss it when it gets too heavy. 8. He doesn't seek relevance. He seeks reinvention. Relevance is a trap disguised as success. Stay visible, stay liked, stay branded. But staying visible means staying predictable. And Sigma males are allergic to patterns even their own. He doesn't crave being remembered. He craves becoming someone too new to recognize. He leaves a version of himself in the dust every time he levels up. Trends are cages, popularity is poison, and he doesn't sip from cups laced with comfort. Reinvention isn't a strategy, it's a survival instinct. He doesn't chase identity, he sheds it, again and again and again. Because to evolve, you have to be willing to vanish even from yourself. 9. He refuses to be owned by his own creation. The world loves a man who builds until what he builds begins to own him. But the Sigma, he sees it coming. He creates, he scales, but the moment it starts shaping his identity, he walks. No celebration, no tears, just clarity. Because anything that starts telling him what he can or can't be, even success is the enemy. People think he's ruthless for abandoning things others would kill for. But he's not ungrateful. He's unowned. He built the thing. But he was never going to become the thing, because empires are tools, not homes. And when tools outlive their usefulness, he discards them like armor that no longer fits. 10. He wasn't born to rule. He was born to roam. Leadership never tempted him. Thrones never fit him. The Sigma wasn't made to rule over others, he was made to rule himself. He doesn't crave dominion, he craves direction, constant, uncomfortable, uncharted. He's a frontier, not a fortress. And frontiers don't keep people in, they keep moving. While others obsess over territory, he obsesses over transformation. While they secure castles, he sharpens compasses. He leaves not because he's lost. He leaves because his evolution doesn't need landmarks. And when the world finally names what he was, he's already 10 names past it, half myth, half movement, fully free. On a final note, Sigma males don't build to be remembered. They build because they must. They don't chase legacy, they chase liberty. They don't stay to preserve what they've made. They vanish to become something no empire could contain. If you've ever built something and then walked away without needing a thank you, this was for you. Because the Sigma doesn't want heirs, he wants evolution. And you'll never find his name on a building, but you'll find his fire in every foundation. That's all in this video, soldiers. See you all in the other video dropping tomorrow.